We're going to talk right now about creating new projects, tasks, milestones linked to calendars and events. So whenever you do create new, you have three different projects. You get a project, a task, and a news event. I'm going to quickly walk through these. It's very self-explanatory here. You can actually color code. You can choose a picture, but you want to have your project name, target date, description. You can invite people to your project right here, and you can have project tags. The project tags, they're kind of like the tag cloud that you often see on blogs. Here's some of my tags, but I'm not using the tags as much anymore. I can see how sometimes it would be helpful, but it's just not something that I use. So we go back up here and let's do a create a new task. Here's the new task name. You can assign it to different people. You can copy people and of course put the description. You can put the due date. You can add that to your personal Google Calendar if you have your personal Google Calendar linked here. Here's the project name. You do want to assign a task to a project so it has a home. You can set the priority and recurrence. Remember how I told you about how there were different Google Docs and links that might be attached to a task? This is where you link those up. So if you're working on a task that's very important that you have a specific file attached, then you would do this upload file. Or if you're working on a task that has important information about a website, you can add the link right there. The last thing is the create new event, and it's very similar. Again, event name, you can invite people. You can attach files, documents. So now I want to show you a little bit about the milestones. This is a very neat feature. And the milestone is only available when you're clicked inside a project. You will not see the milestones up here when you're on home. You only see them when you're clicked in a project. So we're going to go over here and we're going to do milestones. The milestones are really nice because you can group different tasks together. If you look at my tasks for this, it's very overwhelming. I have a ton of tasks that I have to do. But if you separate them and segment them to task regarding the agreement, task regarding consultation, you'll see that you can set a deadline for this milestone, put all the tasks with this, and it becomes much more manageable. Now, you can actually add a task. Let's look at a task. You can actually add a task here, and you can put it on a milestone right here if you happen to know the milestone while you're creating the task. But maybe you don't know what that milestone is as you're creating the task. You just know that you need to do it. So you come back here to the milestone, and I'll show you an example of a task that doesn't have a home. It doesn't have a milestone home. So here's my personal tasks, and here is a task that's without a milestone. You see it right under here. Let's say I think that this needs to belong into this milestone right over here, so I can just simply move it. Or let's say I don't think that task needs to go there, I just move it back. So that's how easy it is to take tasks in and out and assign the different milestones. All right, we're also going to talk about linking to calendars. This is a very neat feature. So we're going to go on over here, go back up to my website creation, and we're going to click on calendars. And this is going to give us, go edit calendar, we can either create a brand new Google Calendar that will have all of these tasks on it, or we can add this to an existing calendar. Now it's Google because Manymoon and Google work very closely together. If you add to an existing calendar, it's really good about giving you step-by-step instructions. Now, walking you through the exact way to add a calendar is a little bit more detailed than this current video. If you need additional help with this, I'll be happy to help with this in either another video or some tutoring on the side. But it's very self-explanatory the way they have these. You just do need to have a calendar and be a little familiar with it. Now, if you just want to see what a calendar looks like when it's already inside a task, we're going to come over here and we're going to look at my calendar for Tech Tools. And here is my calendar. And you can see that I have different tasks due on these days. Thank you so much.